Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Alicia. So today's video I'll be talking about my 1-year marriage recap. If you didn't know, I got married the end of 2021. It's been 1 year and 2 months thereabout, I think. Is it the 26th yet? It's been 1 year and almost 2 months. Here goes this chair. I have my notes on this phone here, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking on my notes because I've been getting notes ever since I got married. Up to this point, I've been putting things down that I want to talk about, things that give me the ick. Okay, so we are going to begin. I don't have anything to drink and I have like 2 videos to film today, so I'm gonna film this one and then I'm gonna go into my second video. But if you're new here, my name is Alicia, and yeah, let's begin. So I am in a long distance marriage at the moment. My husband lives in Jamaica and I live in the US. I do visit Jamaica often because I was born here. I am from Jamaica, so I visit here quite often. I'm in Jamaica right now as I'm filming this. Video. It's February the 23rd. So while I was in, we're gonna get started. While I was in premarital counseling along with my husband, the pastor that counseled us talked about putting God first, then your husband, then yourself. That is something I 100% disagree with, and I'm going to tell you guys why I disagree with it. Number one, God should always be first. I don't disagree with that. And then you come right after that. Yourself, not your husband, not your kids, not your mom, not your dad, but you. God, you, your husband. God, you, your wife. I'm going to tell you why I disagree with it. Anyways. First of all, if you don't know how to love yourself, you're not going to know how to love your husband. If you don't know how to push yourself, you're not going to know how to push your husband. You got to push yourself. You got to be good for yourself. You got to be happy for yourself. You got to have internal happiness. You cannot get happiness from a man. That's just point blank period. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, or if you're not taken care of, you can't take care of anyone else. If as a wife, you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to even have the strength to take care of your husband? It doesn't make sense. So for me, while he was talking, I was listening and all of that. But in my head, I'm disagreeing because number one, it's God, then myself, then my husband. I have to take care of me so I can take care of my husband. That doesn't mean I love my husband any less. It just means I love myself more. That's just that. I love myself more. So that's number one. That's one thing that irritated me. But I agreed to disagree and I didn't argue with him. I let him speak, I let him finish, but I just know that in myself, it's God, me, then my husband. Okay, so within the first year of marriage, or when we just got married, everyone had something to say. Everyone wanted to give advice. Not all advice is bad advice, but if I didn't ask for your advice, I don't need your advice. Everyone wants to put their input in. Everyone wants to say, you should do this for your man. You should do this for your woman. You should do this, do that. I don't like that. Like, I feel like if someone didn't ask you for advice, don't give it to them. I did not ask anyone for advice. Number one, I don't like bringing people into my marriage, into my relationship. I don't even ask my mom for advice because I don't want to bring my mom into my marriage. If I'm having marital problems, let it be between me and my man and God, or if I go to my pastor for advice, then that's that. But I don't like when people just walk up to you. Like, my husband back could be one example. My husband back was hurting. He told me his back was hurting, and then this man was like, oh, do you have baby oil? You should give your husband a back massage. Okay. Or just stuff like that just irritates me. Like, stop. Or they will tell you, you should do this instead of doing that. Excuse me, is this your marriage or mine? Is this your marriage or mine? Let me do what works for me, or let us do what works for us. Or they should be like, you should be the one cooking. Excuse me, my husband has 2 hands. 2 hands. He cooks, I cooks. He cleans, I clean. We do what works for us. We help each other out, okay? We help each other out. If I'm feeling sick, he's going to cook and take care of me. If he's feeling sick, I'm going to cook and take care of him. We help each other out. We do what works for us. So that's the second thing. Let's get into the third thing. Now, this one drives my gears. This one irritates me because it's not one person, it's everyone. When they say, when are you guys gonna have a baby? It's such an insensitive question because number one, you don't know if we're trying to have a baby, and you don't know if we're trying and failing. And to ask that, to keep asking that, when are you gonna have a baby? When are you gonna have a baby? When are you gonna have a baby? It's like so insensitive. Like, let my ovaries and my womb, girl, let it be free. Let it do what it wants to do. Personally, I'm not ready for a child. If a baby comes, I will be 100% happy. I will not be miserable and sad and all of that. I will be happy if a baby comes. But personally, I'm not ready for a child. With that being said, let it rest. I thank you. Bye. Let people do what they want to do. At the end of the day, you're telling me to go have a baby, but you're not giving me diapers, wipes. You're not paying for daycare. You're not saving a college fund. You're not doing any of that. You're just going to have a baby. Are you going to help me take care of the baby? No. Okay, bye. And then people be like, when are you going to give your husband a baby? That's the next thing. If they ask, when are you going to have a baby? And I said, I'm not ready. They're like, when are you going to give your husband a baby? I know your husband wants a baby. Okay, and? Damn, he's waiting for me. Then when they see the two of us together, they're like, when are you guys going to have a baby? At one point, someone said they wanted to cuss my husband out, and he had no use because he didn't get me pregnant yet. That is so insensitive. Like, it's so insensitive. At this point, both my husband and I give them the same answer. If you're looking for a baby, then you're just going to keep looking until your eyes drop out. When the baby comes, you will see the belly. That's just that. That's just that. But if you are a person who does that, stop doing it. It's annoying. Stop doing it. Stop asking people when they're going to have a baby. Just because we got married doesn't mean we have to rush and have kids. We have time. I'm only 21 years old. We have time. So the next thing that I've learned, or I've seen, or I have written down, everyone's marriage is different. What works for your marriage might not work for my marriage. Everyone's marriage is different. Do what works for your marriage, and I will do what works for mine. Communication is big. You have to communicate. Don't wait until arguments or disagreements to communicate. And trust me, disagreements are going to come. Arguments are going to come. It's two people coming together as one, living together as one, trying to make things work, trying to iron out the crushes. Disagreements and arguments are going to come, but you have to communicate through them. One thing that we are trying and learning to do is not go to bed upset. If he upsets me, I don't put a pillow between the two of us. I did it a couple times. But I'm trying not to do that. Like, cut that out. Like, I still want you to hug me up. We talk about it. We get over it. It depends on what it is, because, child, if it's something that irritates me to the core and breaks my heart, no, baby, it's gonna take a couple hours. But if it's something stupid and petty, like, why did you leave the cup there, and then we had an argument over the cup, like, I'm not gonna make, because of that argument over the cup, I don't sleep and cuddle you. You understand? So whatever works for you works for you. Whatever works for me works for me. Stop butting in and trying to dictate how people's marriages are supposed to go. I thank you. Bye. You hear my voice? It's raspy. I know. So, be comfortable with your partner. Personally, you see me look like this. I don't look like this every day. I have a bonnet on. I wear his boxers and his shirt. I do what I want to do. I will have some granny plaits in my hair. I don't wake up and make up every day. He's comfortable with the way I look, when I look crazy, when I fix myself up, when he looks crazy, when he needs a haircut, when he needs to fix himself up. I'm comfortable with that. We are comfortable with each other, and you should do the same. Be comfortable with your partner in their natural habitat. okay? Because baby, when I'm home, I look crazy. That's just the truth. When I'm home, I look crazy. When I'm going out, I put myself together. And not every time. Sometimes I dress like a little boy, okay? And only reason you'll know that I'm a girl is because I have this girly ring on, or because I have some girl slippers on. But sometimes I dress like a little boy, and that is okay. Like, I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. And if I want to dress like a boy one day, I'm going to dress like a boy, and he's going to walk right beside me looking like a boy. Okay, so be comfortable with your partner. Don't judge them. Be comfortable. If you're in a long distance relationship, a long distance marriage, don't let the stress of the distance get to you. It will stress you out. It will eat you up. My biggest tip is to communicate. I'm the type of person, I'm always on my phone. I always like to send a message, send a quick call, see you on video chat, everything like that. I want to make sure you're intact. I want to make sure you're okay. I want to make sure you don't look stressed. You can hide your feelings through text messages. When you're on the phone, I can tell the difference between your voice, your tone. If I can see your face, I can know, okay, he looks stressed. So I like to communicate a lot. Some people it's not like that. But if you're in a long distance relationship, you have to communicate. If it's even to send a quick text message or a quick voice message, you have to communicate. Because if you don't want to know what's going to happen. Next, this one is very important. Just because you get married young does not mean you have to put your dreams on pause. Just because I'm a wife does not mean I don't follow my dreams. I'm not a mother yet, so I can't say just because I'm a mother. But just because I am somebody's wife don't mean I'm not me. And I'm going to put my dreams and my goals on pause. I won't do that. I'm still going after my goals and my dreams. He's still going after his goals and his dreams. And we are helping each other to fulfill those goals and dreams. For example, I'm still in school. Just because I'm married don't mean I'm going to drop out of school. I'm still in school. He still works. And of course, if he said he wanted to go back to school, I would support him 100%. So just because you're married don't mean you should put yourself on the back burner or put your goals and dreams on the back burner. Continue to push and go towards your goals and your dreams. All right, so I'm going to talk about this one. Make yourself a priority. That goes with the first one, kind of. Make yourself a priority. Do what makes you happy. If what makes you happy does not include your partner sometimes, then it's okay to do it. Like if I want to have a self-care day, if I want to have a alone day, if I want to go out to the mall alone and walk, like, do it. You don't have to go everywhere your partner is going, or your partner doesn't have to follow you everywhere you're going. Like, you can have alone time. Have alone time. Encourage yourself. Be with yourself. Love on yourself. Have alone time. Have space. That's just for me, though. What works for you works for you. What works for me works for me. This one, I'm gonna tell you why it kinda is off a little bit. So I have friends besides your partner. Sometimes, for me, I'm in a long distance marriage, as I've said before. Sometimes my partner is busy. I don't have any friends. I don't have anyone else to talk to. Because he's busy, I don't have anyone else to talk to. And that's why I wrote this one. Have friends besides your partner. You can have other people to talk to. That don't mean you gotta tell people your business. Okay, that don't mean you gotta tell people your business. But if even to have someone to talk about how the color of the sun looks, I don't even know. How the clouds look today. Like, even that. But have friends besides your partner. I can't stress this enough. Obviously, your partner should be your best friend. But have friends. Have acquaintances. Have associates besides your man or your woman. Personally, I don't like my man having women friends because women is conniving, sneaky. Now they love to take people, man. And I don't have man friends. I don't have any friends. I don't even know why I'm going to say I have friends. I don't have any friends. I had this one friend that I talked to on and off. She's a girl. That's about it. Men, personally, for me, men friends, they always catch feelings. So, Can't bother with that. Yeah, man friend always catch feelings or always come with the bullshit, so I leave those alone. This one is don't be codependent on your partner. That's one thing I've learned. That's one thing I'm still learning. And when I say codependent, I was codependent. I'm still kind of codependent, and I'm trying not to be codependent on my husband because at the end of the day, I'm my own person. I know how to drive. I can get around. I know the place. And it's like sometimes I don't want to go anywhere if my man is not going. In terms of if my husband is not driving me to the place, I don't want to drive myself. Or I don't want to take a taxi and go out. Stuff like that. I don't know if you guys understand. But it's like I'm being codependent on him. And it's like, stop doing that. There's nothing wrong with itching up on your man. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. He doesn't have a problem with it if I itch up on him. But I just feel like at one point I was becoming codependent. I was losing myself in him. And that sucks. I don't want to be that type of person. Let me give you an example. When I'm in Jamaica, I'm very codependent on my husband. When I'm in the US, I'm very independent. I go where I want to go when I want to go. In terms of I drive myself where I want to go and all of that. Here, obviously, yes, I do have a car and I do have a driver's license, but still, if he's not here to drive me around, I still don't want to go. But I'm getting out of that because I started driving myself to Spanish Town a lot. I know I can do it and I've been doing it, but I was just being codependent and I don't like that. I don't know how else to explain codependency. Let me Google it. I know I was feeling a particular way when I wrote this one down, but I'm not gonna get in my business with y'all because this this is not me. Okay, so on Google, the phone screen is broken, but on Google it's saying codependent. I don't know if that's me or not. It is a bad habit to be codependent though, but I feel like I was getting low self-esteem. Like I feel like I couldn't do things without the man, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, and I can do all things by my damn self. But anyways, low self-esteem, I feel like I was developing that. Highly sensitive, I was. If he did not want to, for example, he wanted to go to a football match and I wanted to go somewhere else, I was sensitive about it because I wanted him to come behind me, which it's okay to have personal space. He wanted to go to the football match. Let him go to the football match and I can go get ice cream with my cousins or by myself. So I was highly sensitive. I don't know if I was a people pleaser. I needed to feel needed, and let me see what else. Insecurity, I feel like I had that, or I was developing that. And abandonment fears, definitely was developing that. And over reliance on others, that was the big one. I was relying on this man way too much when there was no need to be. Again, there's nothing wrong with itching up on your man if you want to, but I feel like it was becoming unhealthy. I wasn't itching up on him in terms of like regular itch up. I was like living my life through him, if that makes sense. Don't do that. Don't be codependent on nobody. Be independent, please. I'm telling you, from myself. I'm telling myself this too. Be independent, because at the end of the day, God forbid, if something happens to him, how am I going to survive if I'm codependent on him? Let me make sure I'm getting this codependency thing correct, though, because I don't want to call myself something I'm not. So it says, signs of codependency includes lacking trust in yourself and having poor self-esteem. I was developing that. Valuing the approval of others more than valuing yourself. I was developing that. Difficulty communicating in a relationship. I was on the verge of that. Difficulty identifying your feelings. I was developing that. Difficulty making decisions in a relationship. I don't think we had difficulty making the decisions, but there were some, and then others. I'm very strong-minded, so really and truly there wasn't much difficulty. But I definitely was getting codependent, and I had to snap out of that shit real quick and talk to myself like, stop doing that. Stop being codependent on this man. It's not worth it. It's not. Yes, he's my husband and I love him dearly, but I can be an independent woman and also a wife. I don't need to be codependent on this man. So that's that. And then the last thing that I had written down was God is going to do what he wants to do, period. If you guys know, we got engaged in March 2021. We were supposed to get married summer of 2022. We got married in December 2021, very quickly, with less than 3 months of planning. The reason is because God wanted us to get married quicker. I've shared this before. I've told you guys that I got the vision. I got 3 confirmations, and I've shared with you guys in my Pastor from Hell story time. If you guys haven't watched that, I'll link it down below. But I've shared with you guys that God wanted us to get married sooner. We got married sooner. God wanted to do what he wanted to do, period. We set a time for the wedding at 3 p.m. It rained all day on the wedding day, and at 5 p.m. that's when we got the rainbow. It was cooler, less people, the beach was beautiful, and that's the time that we got married. So God is going to do what God wants to do, period. You just have to allow him to do what he wants to do in your life. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your tips down below, or leave your experiences down below. Again, we've been married for 1 year and almost 2 months, and there's a lot to still learn. And yeah, we're just trying to take it one day at a time and trying to learn each other, trying to learn about each other, trying to grow together, because we are still young. I am only 21 years old, so I'm still young. I like to think that I have an old soul, but I'm still young, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.